Smells like the goat. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys. I don't know what to do with that term anymore. It's gotten out of hand. It was designated only as just I really like these for on-court shoes, and now it's just like everything. If it's not bad boys, people like check out, but it's not for everything. You know what I mean? Some things can just be cool without having to be bad boys, and that's what these are. This, my friends, is the Air Jordan 1 Center Court. It has nothing to do with the Air Jordan 1 really, but they slapped that label on there, and I find it very weird, to be perfectly honest. So first things first, big thank you and shout out to Solely J's on Instagram. He's the one that actually was able to help me get these. I forgot that these released. On top of that, they only released really on sneakers and then in select stores. Which stores? I don't know. I mean, they were at Foot Locker and stuff, but it wouldn't tell me online which one. So it was a really weird release, but he was able to get 2 pairs, one of which he sent to me for retail, which I really appreciate because now we're able to do a review for you guys. And on top of that, should I say it now? I'm gonna give these away to one of our Discord members. So stay tuned towards the end of the video because that's where we always announce who wins the shoes.
Plus you get to see my cool face.
Oh yeah, I'm just, you know, that's what everybody's here for.
Alrighty then.
Second thing, whenever I wear something dope like this, which is almost always, not to, you know, pat myself on the back or anything, because I'm not the one that created all the shirts, I just really like dope stuff. If you do ever like anything that I'm wearing, I typically leave it in the description box. Not always, sometimes I forget. So if you like this, check the description box. Now, as far as this shoe goes, like I was saying earlier, the name of the shoe is the Air Jordan 1 Center Court. The only thing that they have in common with an Air Jordan 1 is the box and the tooling. This reminds me of early Jordan brand days, 1998, 1999, when they were just starting out and they were starting to put out stuff outside of the flagship shoe alongside retro models, and they would be sub shoes. What did that entail? Sometimes it entailed like a trainer, or a running shoe. Sometimes they were lifestyle shoes. You guys remember, this is what these remind me of. These remind me of the Jordan New Retro 1. I don't know if anybody even knows what that is anymore. But if you're an OG or old school head, you probably are like, oh. You know what I mean? Because that's what it reminds me of. Now, one of the things that is also interesting about the shoe is that there is no real heritage with the shoe other than the Jordan 1 tooling and the use of the Wings logo and things like that. However, I would argue that they rolled these out very slick-like. We didn't see an ad. We didn't see these on Instagram or anything like that. Where did we see these for the first time?
The Last Dance.
More specifically,
on MJ's feet.
Yeah, that's where we all would see it back in the day. For the first time, he would debut these shoes in the playoffs. While this wasn't the playoffs, it was about the playoffs, but this was just one of those things where everybody saw this immediately. That's what MJ can do. I don't know if current athletes have this type of power. Even some of the most popular athletes right now, like LeBron James, right? A lot of people, when they see his shoes, they're just like, nah. I don't know why, because I do like a lot of them. I don't think that they look bad. I think that they look quite awesome. But for some reason, people just don't with that. This though, it's fucking plain as. There's not even a logo on the side, and everybody's like, yes, I need the new MJ shoe. I don't know what they are, but I need them. That's the power of Michael Jordan, man. He is, in my mind, the greatest of all time. So I really like that they did a slick move with these. They put them on his feet, and they were just like, man, we'll just wait and see what happens. Everybody wanted them. They sold out. It is what it is. Now, one quick thing that I don't like about the shoe, they do feel very much like a Stan Smith to me, just an Air Jordan version, and I just don't know why. The Jordan brand, the #1 brand in the US. Like, why are you knocking off another brand? I get that this design style is very old school. Like, you can even tie it back to these times, like the Dr. J times, all Converse stuff instead of a Stan Smith. This was a style back in the 70s and the 80s and maybe even a little bit before. It just feels a little weird, especially with how popular the shell toes and the Stan Smiths still are, that it took them until 2020 to drop something like this. However, if you're gonna do this, do it like this. The quality is just really nice. The insole is really nice. The tongue is really nice. I can't really complain. It just, that's the weird feeling that I get as I hold this. I'm like, but why wouldn't I just go get a Stan Smith? Maybe you don't f with Adidas. Maybe you're only a Jordan brand guy. This is your shoe. Now, as far as what they offer, like I was saying earlier, tooling. Air Jordan 1, very simple. It's a rubber cup sole. Inside of that rubber cup sole is an EVA wedge, and inside of that EVA wedge in the heel is an air sole unit. I personally love the way that Jordan 1s feel. They're very basic, you know what I mean? Like, they're just such a neutral shoe. You can do anything to them. You can slap in any kind of insole and get any type of interior underfoot comfort that you want. However, these guys right here, they don't come with the standard cheap Ortholite stuff that they've been coming with. Instead, they come with this big old guy right here. It's a big, thick EVA insole and everything. Got a small little arch molded in there and everything. But the most important thing is right back here. It reminds me of an old SB shoe where it's got the Zoom Air in there. This actually came with the Air Trainer 1 SB that we just reviewed. I do wear my Air Trainer 1s a lot. They're so comfortable. And I'm not saying it's because of this, I'm just saying that this helps. And I already like the way that Jordan 1s feel, so when you add a little bit of extra comfort in there, not too much, just a little bit, I just really like that. Now the upper is the thing that I would say sets this apart from the Stan Smith, where obviously they look very similar, but the materials are very different. Stan Smith, they retail for about 80, 90 bucks, something like that. And the material that you get is kind of reflects that and everything. It's not horrible leather, but it's not great leather. And on top of that, a lot of them are really shiny. I don't like that. I always like a nice matte leather and stuff. I don't like that high gloss. This right here is just that. It's a slightly textured leather. It's not quite tumbled, but it's textured. And it's just really soft, man. Like you can smell it. You can smell the little bit of glue from the Jordan 1 and the insole and all of that stuff, whatever that they use to bond everything together, but you really do smell the leather on this, which I really like. And on top of that, the little heel panel and the tongue are suede. And I just really, really like that. Like it just came out really clean. And on top of that, they're slightly different colors. It's like a bone color instead of the white. Just looks super slick. I love the way that they incorporated the Wings logo into the shoe, that entire rear panel. The overall design, like I was saying earlier, is very reminiscent of many shoes. So like a Converse, a PF Flyer, you know, the Dr. J shoe, the Pro Leather over here, a Shell Toe or Superstar, a Stan Smith, all that stuff. I always say it wrong. I always say Blucher.
Blucher?
Something like that. I think it's Blucher. But that's what this is. Even like a shoe from Brand Black, the Ether, it was very similar to this, where it's got just the toe is exposed, but then this eye stay area is the
Blucher
design. One feature that I also like is the very top eyelet is a little grommet, and I wish that was all the way through. I think that would have been a nice little extra premium touch, especially for, you know, the price and everything, because these guys do retail for $135, and for what you're getting, a little extra would have been like, okay, cool. Also inside of the tongue, got a little thumbprint. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the Air Jordan 23, where behind the tongue there was a thumbprint. The bottom of the sole was his thumbprint.
Do you think they modify it a little bit just so you can't actually use it somehow?
Yeah, the original 23 launch, like somebody had asked that, and they were like, it's not his thumbprint to a T. We did mess with things a little bit, so it's not like you can walk up to his house if he has a thing or whatever and like get in or whatever, you know what I mean? And then the font on top of the tongue is the Air Jordan Wings logo font, so it's the same stuff that's inside of that little ribbon that's right there on the back. And overall, I just think that these are really dope, man. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, these are not my size. However, I would recommend going true to size if you're looking on the aftermarket, because they do use the Air Jordan 1 tooling. A lot of times I go true to size in the Air Jordan 1. Sometimes people go down half a size because they feel like there's not a lot of padding. And being that these are low tops, not high tops, and there isn't padding around the forefoot and everything, you could probably get away with going down half a size if that's the only thing that you can find, especially once they break in. Because again, the leather here is real soft, real supple, super nice. These guys look like they would match you and your style perfectly.
I feel like they really missed their opportunity to do you guys upright, especially since this is a casual shoe. Yes, they gave you that cool insole, but why didn't you guys get my midsole?
I know. This right here is the Jordan 1 Slip. They're women's only, but they do range in extended sizes, so some guys that wear like up to like an 11 or maybe even a 12 can probably find these in their size somewhere. I don't know if they sell them everywhere now, but the bottom is rubber, and the midsole, while it looks just like this cup sole, it's not a cup sole. The bottom is rubber, the midsole itself is Phylon.
It's squishy.
It's super crazy, yeah. And like I was always like, why won't they? I know why. It's all about pricing.
But you know that nobody's gonna run around playing in these.
No, it's not that. It's like it's that it keeps their costs down because this tooling's made. I don't know where the tooling for that is. Maybe they ditched it. Maybe it belongs to a factory that they no longer have in service. I don't know. All I know is that it's very weird that they paid a lot of money to have that be made.
And I live in that shoe. I would have them in every color if we could find them.
She has them in 2, and she just alternates.
And I have a custom pair.
Oh yeah, so she has, technically she has 3. But that's one of them shoes where it's like, you created the tooling to make that midsole in Phylon, not in rubber. So why didn't you use it more?
I don't know.
It would have cost you less in the long run for that molding had you have done that.
To really utilize it.
Exactly, which is why a retro to me is like super smart, because it's like you're fucking printing money. You can make 15 colorways a year and you'll more than pay for everything that it costs, and then everything after that is nothing but profit after material and labor. It's just so smart. The retro business, especially since it's booming, probably now more than ever before, they're literally printing their own money. It's quite crazy. Now, as far as the giveaway goes, we want to just give a quick shout out to everybody in our WearTesters Discord community. We are supposed to do 1 giveaway a month for our gold members. But in December, we go above and beyond, and we do 12 uploads straight of just a giveaway in each video.
Yeah, 13 different people were awarded.
And then on top of that, we've been averaging, instead of 1 giveaway a month, About 2. This is gonna make what number? 14?
14.
Something like that? Yeah, just in 1 month, 14 shoes given away. Who else is doing that? Nobody. I'm just saying. But anyways, our lucky winner today is
Nico Nick.
there you go. So I hope that you enjoyed these. I really hope that you're a Jordan guy. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. And with that being said, I hope that you guys have a good one.